Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to Chillin the Villains, and today we're starting with a bang. You want to know why?
Why is that?
I'm going to stroke myself off right in front of you.
Don't do that, man.
Bang.
Don't want that.
Well, no, you know what? I have always said consent is important, so I
It
can't
is.
do that.
It's very important.
Well, but if I start stroking myself but turn around, I'm not involving you, but it's still happening. I'm technically in front of you, you just can't see it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's hot, my stomach's full, so my brain's not functioning properly. Okay, so like I went to an all-you-can-eat sushi thing earlier, right? With Swole Team 6.
Sure.
And for once in my life, my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Yep.
I ate so much food and I felt so sick that as soon as I got home, I vomited twice, felt better. And then I went to the gym a couple hours later and I worked out so hard, I almost vomited again. And then I came here and I ate more food. And I wasn't nauseous or anything, but like my stomach is like...
I mean, it's in a place of turmoil.
My stomach is in a place where if it had arms, it would kill itself with a gun. Like, I feel like I did an ab workout because, like, my abdominals are trying to hold back this food. And I am simply suffering. Anyway, this has been the topic of aliens. Good night, everybody.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
what do we got today?
I don't know. That was such a jarring intro.
Good, that's what I wanted.
We're fucking...
We started with a bang.
Is that with a bang? You
Yeah.
just kind of talked about vomiting a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And then you said if your stomach had arms, it would try to kill itself with a gun. I don't, like...
Are you wondering where you go from there?
Like, what?
Up the stakes.
Up the stakes?
Yeah, this is yes and.
Up the stakes.
Yeah.
Upping the stakes. Speaking of
Like
eating
throwing
too
up
much.
stakes. This is speaking of eating too much. What? Come on. This is yes and. Up the stakes. Am I having a stroke? We just had this conversation.
So when was the last time? Not today, but the last time that your eyes were too big for your stomach?
Probably back when I was like a kid. Like,
And it doesn't have to be food; it can be anything. You know.
Oh, I shouldn't talk about that. To me, it's gonna have to be food. Everything else is too illicit.
Okay. All right.
But it was probably back when I was like 12 or 13. My family, or probably a little younger than that, probably closer to like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
My family and I used to go to this all-you-can-eat buffet called Fresh Choice. And I used to do this in most places that I could. But what I would do is I would eat a lot. I would get so full, and then I would either go vomit or shit to get room to eat more.
Yeah.
So I used to do that all the time as a kid. And then, you know, eventually I just became fatter and fatter, so I never really had to worry about that anymore because I could just, like, pack food away in my bag of holding called a stomach. But nowadays, not so much because I am peak male performance. This is what it looks like.
So, for me, it's literally any time I go to a theme park.
That's fair.
Okay, but especially anytime I go to a Halloween night at a theme park. And let me.
I need to see if I can find that picture where you went to that Halloween Horror Nights with my sister and her friends.
So I love them so much. It's like if you have a favorite dessert, right, and how you feel like you can just eat an infinite amount of it. That's how I am with theme parks.
Yeah.
I love them so much. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love adrenaline. And theme parks tick that box for me. Do I think I'm going to die at any point? No. But when you're going down the big drops and you're going through the loop-de-loops and all that shit, when you're riding a real deal roller coaster, you know, that surge hits my body and it tickles my brain in exactly the right fucking way.
Makes his pee-pee hard.
I am, however, a human being who can only withstand being subjected to G-forces
For so long.
above 1 for so long before things start to get weird with it.
So, related tangent. So Tokyo had just graduated high school. No, I think I had just graduated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were still dating the one who would go on to call you the Antichrist.
Yes.
No, this was the summer after you graduated because
Okay.
she was still cool.
Yeah.
So me and the girl I was dating and Tokyo and the girl he was dating at the time, we all went to the state fair. And Tokyo and I, like, we all went on the teacups and Tokyo and I were sitting, like, obviously the four of us got in the same teacup, right? And you know how there's the wheel in the middle so you can make it spin faster? Tokyo and I were like...
Yeah, we were cranking
it. And then, like, we were going so fast, and the whole time we were just looking at each other and going, like, wee! And then at some point we looked at each other and we were like, we have to slow down. We, like, looked at each other, and then we, like, both lunged for the wheel to slow it down because we were on the verge of vomiting.
This is violent illness. But, like, that's what it is every time. Because, like, I can't physically stop. I know I'm getting ill. I know it's making me sick. And I have to keep going. Because I just need that fucking adrenaline.
You just need that next hit, bro.
Like, it's such...
You're gonna hit that jackpot.
It's like a real deal addiction.
Well, yeah, because you're a gambling addict, but most importantly, you like to gamble with your life and well-being.
But it's... So, the Halloween thing, right? I love fog.
Yeah, that's why you like Silent Hill 2 specifically so much.
But actually, in real life, I crave to be in any space in which I cannot see more than 5 feet in front of me, but I could move through that space.
Well, I mean, I have... You know what? Continue your thing. Never mind.
You know what I mean? Like, the fog, it fucking does it for me. I fucking love it. And I've never lived anywhere that produced enough fog for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, so by the time you had left California is when I started getting up early enough in the mornings to go to work some days, in which I did experience that a lot.
I experienced it where we lived in California a couple times. I've experienced it at a couple other places where I've lived, but it's never been like a regular thing. Like,
yeah,
if every single day could just be a mess of fog, I would be a happy fucking man. I don't know why.
No, I love the fog. I get it.
But I love it. I love a deep, thick fucking fog. So the Halloween night at the theme park, when they have all the fog machines going on crazy high blast, so that the whole park is filled with a fog. And there's roller coasters. It's like, it's the triple fucking jackpot for me, baby. And I will inhale so much fog that it will make me twice as sick.
Physically ill.
As just if I had ridden the roller coasters. And yet, you cannot peel me from that park. You cannot. I will pass out and die in the fumes.
Is that your hill to die on?
If the parks didn't close, I would still be there today.
I would be dead I would hold my funeral in those parks.
I'm just saying. And that's it. Like, it does not matter how big my stomach for roller coasters and breathing in that shitty fog. My eyes are bigger every time.
Oh. Dude, I'm tired. What about you? Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm always tired, though.
You know, that was a dumb question. That was a...
Yeah, 100%. Like, we joked about this a long time ago, but I am thoroughly convinced that I died back in 2008 or so, and the caffeine just keeps making my body twitch in a way that it obtains more caffeine.
And occasionally expresses words and thoughts.
feelings, emotions, lives a fulfilling life. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fully alive.
but it's
no.
just my corpse.
Yeah, it's just
twitching its way
caffeine.
through it all. Like it's fucking.
So that's something that I have been afraid of sometimes, right? Is that it's again a related tangent, and you know how last session my thing was sounding. This time it's vaguely related tangents,
Sure.
which is probably better.
Like for everyone involved. Yeah.
Sometimes I fear, right, that you know the whole thing that like Avril Lavigne died and was replaced with an impersonator.
Sure.
Sometimes I fear that I've died and I've been replaced by an impersonator, but like I was like the Flash thing from Men in Black. Like I was flashed with that, and then I was fully convinced I had been me this whole time. And that is an actual constant fear of mine.
That's probably the most irrational fear you've ever expressed to me.
I know.
That's
I'm fully aware.
so specific, and like the technology to do so.
Well, so it's not necessarily like
does not exist.
Well, you don't know that.
I do.
You don't. You're not in the government anymore.
I am at the forefront of neuroscience.
Yeah, but you're not in the forefront of clandestine government technologies.
Yeah.
What if I'm...
But we were just talking about how inept our government is.
Yeah, but that doesn't... Well, no. Well, we're talking about our political leaders, not necessarily the clandestine scientists.
I mean, I could talk about that. That's fucking...
Oh my god, I'm still tasting my sushi from earlier with that burp. This is torture. This is what torture feels like. You know, it's not being waterboarded. It's not having a finger cut off. It's not getting your nails taken out. It's tasting your sushi from 7 hours ago after you've already eaten Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes and gravy and had your pre-lift and had there's so much water at this point. Torture is tasting your California roll that you vomited 5 hours ago. Dude.
You okay? Do you need a break?
I just want this sushi out of my body.
It'll happen naturally.
It won't.
It actually takes no effort on your
I'm going to feel like this the rest of my life. But is that me expressing that, or is that the clone? Is that the impersonator?
Just drink some apple juice.
I don't like apple juice!
Just drink some apple juice.
That bit about the apple juice with my character in Cyberpunk, that's not a bit.
I know.
I don't like apple juice.
I know you don't, but it would help. It would help you.
No, I want cranberry juice. Get me cranberry juice.
This man just laid back in his chair and closed his eyes like he died. Like his last wish was cranberry.
Shut up, Dad. Get me cranberry juice. I want it. I don't know what it is in like the last few minutes, but like I've reached that point of being like physically like I train really hard.
Yeah.
Right? So I've built up a lot of fatigue, and every so often a deload period is when you go to the gym and still work out, right? You still train, but you train less heavy.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I've tried traditional deloads, and I go in and just do my normal weight and train really fucking hard, so I don't actually relieve any of that fatigue.
So I actually know something about this. So if you go to the machine and you take a little pin out of the weight and you put it up so that there's less weight on the machine, you lift less weight.
Yeah, but also that's a bitch move. So I don't do that. So I can't take normal deload weeks, so I have to just straight up and not go for a few days. So I'm going to be taking a deload period from the 20th to about the 22nd. Because on the 19th, I'm getting my hair done, and I'm getting a perm, and I need to not get it wet for a couple days.
Yeah.
Which I can't do because I train really fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I sweat a lot.
You got to get that skull sweat off.
Yeah. So like that's when I'm taking my deload period, right? And when I'm planning a deload period and all this fatigue is building up, my brain goes into like baby tantrum mode because I know it's coming, but it's not here yet. It's like my cranberry juice or my dark chocolate. I just want my deload period, but I have a specific plan for it, and I have to stick to the plan, and I don't want to do it.
Why do you have to stick to the plan?
Because I can't mess with the progress that I'm currently making, because I am making a lot of progress, but I also know the downside of training hard and training with high intensity is a astronomical amount of physical and mental fatigue. And I know if I take a deload period early, I don't want to just have to take a couple more days off from the gym because I'm getting my hair done. Like, I'm going to have to go because I've already taken my deload period. So then it would just be intentionally kneecapping my growth to take multiple deload periods, especially when one of them I don't need.
Yeah, but also, it ain't a race, bro.
It is. If I don't train harder than everyone else, I die.
No.
That's how it works.
I think what is actually happening here is you are in the middle of a job and you refuse to make any changes to the game plan until the job is done.
Yes, because job's not done.
But
I have to stick to the plan.
As it would so happen, there is a path with less resistance here.
No. It's not about the resistance. It's about the mental fortitude and discipline.
Yes.
And if I decide, I can just take it off early and do it again, that doesn't help me. That sets me back.
To?
Being a bitch. Because I already have a plan. I have my planned break. And if I step off the gas before then, I'm going to lose focus in the gym. And that's what's bitch made to continue on this trend that I'm doing. Let me pivot. Let me pivot this a bit more.
This difficulty to express the idea is because it's an idea that lives only within Miguel's brain.
No, okay, so
not...
this is, again, a related tangent, but it does have to do with why I can't take it easy until my deload period. My biggest pet peeve about gyms are the people who come in and don't fucking try.
Okay.
I hate that. You're taking... For one, you're wasting your fucking money by going in and not doing anything. By going in, being on a fucking phone call the whole time, and barely moving weights, and just taking machines from other people who are there to actually train hard or who have a fucking purpose in mind of their visit.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate when people do that. Uh-huh. So if I do that, I'm those people that I hate, so I cannot do that.
Okay, so what if you just didn't go to the gym for like 2 days?
Well, that's what I'm going to do from the 20th on!
Right, and then you do that on the 20th on.
I have to do that then, not now.
You could do it both.
No, I can't.
At both times you can do it.
No.
There's actually no law that says that...
I have personal laws, and the laws are I'm a bitch if I do it.
And if you write the laws, you can write new laws.
Yeah, I'm not going to, because these laws are perfectly fine.
But they're causing you physical discomfort.
No, it's not physical. Okay, so it's not actually the physical fatigue that's getting me. It's the mental fatigue. That has, to me, always been infinitely harder to overcome than the physical maladies I may experience from training hard. Because I also still have to work full-time for a fucking living. Still have to cook and eat and do all my responsibilities as a tax-paying human adult. I have a cat to take care of. I have bills to pay. I have my recovery I have to worry about after working out. And then I have to maintain my physical or my social
life circle
obligations.
Okay.
So that's why I actually typically can't go to the gym during those deload periods, is because, like, I can't not take a light day. That's not how I'm built. Not anymore. Not since the incident. Was this a manic episode? It felt like one.
Yeah, definitely was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the 20th can't come soon enough. Oh no, the 19th can't come soon enough because that's the start of split, and that's when so it would be the 19th through the 21st. Then I have another rest day on a Monday, and then I get to start it over again. So I'm very excited for that.
When was your last rest period?
When you went on vacation?
6 months ago? 7 months ago?
Yeah. What?
I don't think that's fucking healthy.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, no, you're not. You just talked about how not great you were feeling.
No.
And how you tasted sushi from 7 hours ago.
Well, because
you worked out so hard that you threw up today.
No, I threw up before I worked out. I worked out so hard that I almost vomited. I threw up hours before. I threw up 20 minutes after the sushi was finished.
I'm just going on record. I have not vomited a single time today.
Well, congratulations. Good for you.
All right, we'll see you in the next episode.
Wait, that's not how it ends. Hold on.
How else would it end?
Yeah, but it's wholesome. Something wholesome instead of me psychotically yelling for 10 minutes. You know what? Let's end this with something wholesome. What is your one wish for the second half of this year?
New government.
And mine is the Gundam fight. Good night, everybody.